Hey guys, what's going on? It's Wednesday afternoon, and I'm home early from work because our furnace quit last night, and I had to take care of that this afternoon. So we have heat back at the house, and I'm just gonna take this quick little walk out to state game lands.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm in my garage and I'm going to be doing some tuning. I got two new bows to tune, the RER and the Bushman. I'm going to tune them both because I'm not sure which one I'm going to be shooting the most. I'll probably be shooting them both quite a bit this year. So turkey season's right around the corner. I got a dozen VAP 450s that I'm going to be tuning to these bows. I'm going to tune a half dozen to one and a half dozen to the other, but I don't know if you recall, Matt Davis and Mark and I podcasted about tuning not too long ago, and I bare shaft tuned, Matt paper tuned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bare shaft tune like I normally do, but then I'm going to check it with a paper tune afterwards to see if I notice any flaws in my tuning, and then the next bow I'm going to tune paper tune first, and then rip the feathers off and see if I notice any flaws with that result. So we're going to kind of tinker around and confirm what Matt does to see if it works for myself. And if it doesn't, no big deal. I'll just keep tuning the way I do because I get good arrow flight. So here goes nothing. I'm going to trim a few arrows. I have a makeshift arrow cutter over there. I cut the first one down to 29 inches because I roughly know that the shaft will be at least down to 29, but I'll probably end up having to make it shorter. So we'll see what happens. I normally shoot 500 spine. These ones are 450. The 500s are always just a hair weak for me. So never shot VAPs, but I'm pretty excited about it. So here we go. So to start this off, I always put on the front end what I want to be shooting this year. So 300 grains up front, plus the 75 grain outsert, 375 up front. These shafts are 6.7, I believe, 6.7 per inch. Can't find it on here, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. So find my bow, here we go. First shot, I got some paper on the target there just to kind of help me watch. I'm gonna start at this distance and then work my way outside here, but it's snowing in PA. So. Didn't look too bad. It was actually just a tail up a little bit. That could be just the tight knock point there. Well, we're going to test the durability of those arrows because I just blew through the target. Got it back, all is well. Good deal. Let me shoot it again. That one actually looked pretty good. That knock point is definitely tight. Slightly stiff on that one. Perfect. So there's two out of three arrows that I was really happy with. Shoot another one here. That one was perfect too. Shoot one more here. So one thing I want you guys to know is, like, I've been tuning bows for quite a while, and Matt and I talked about this on the podcast. We have a really good ballpark where we need to be. I was shooting a 500 spine, slightly weak. I bumped up to a 450. It's a totally different brand, but the spines aren't that far off. I was at a 28-inch arrow, so a 29-inch arrow is probably going to be right where I want to be, and I probably got lucky. That's why I only cut one shaft. So here we go. And it looks good. So to me, I'm only at 10 yards here, so I'm gonna push it out to a further range. But to me, with my naked eye and bare shaft tuning, the arrow is not going right or left with my naked eye from my view, and I'm hitting right where I'm looking. So that arrow is tuned well for me. The minute I start adding fletching to it, it's gonna make it that much more true. So what I would do now is step it out to a further range to really be able to watch that arrow flight a little bit, and then go from there. All right, so now I just increased the yardage quite a bit. Again, I don't pay attention to the knock left or right too much, more of where I'm impacting. I will make a mental note of what it's doing, but I'm more worried about where it's impacting, and that's just, you know, specifically what I do. So. Hit right where I wanted it. I did notice that it was slightly knock right and high, just a pinch. And I did notice that on the other one. So I'm going to go grab it, shoot it again. Same thing, knock right, but it hit right in the line that I wanted it to hit. So if I was impacting to the right or impacting to the left, I would cut the shaft down. But since it's just the knock left or right, I would make those fine adjustments with my bow, not with cutting the arrow down. So I'm going to leave those shafts at 29 inches with the RER. I still have to do it with the Bushman Spartan. But for this video's sake, I'm just going to do the tuning on with the RER. But I'm going to shoot a few more off film, just keep shooting here, just to confirm what I'm seeing. And I will actually step it out 230, double check, and then fletch them up. So. Alright guys, so I just took a few shots out of the Spartan with the same arrow, just out of curiosity, and I'm not good enough to notice any difference. This is a 49-pound bow at 28, that's a 50-pound bow at 28, and you know how manufacturers kind of fluctuate. I think I need to increase the brace on this just a pinch. I think that string's stretched. I still haven't got a good string on here from us, but it's shooting good, so I'm going to take a shot here with it. Same thing, just a slight tail right, but I'm hitting exactly where I want to hit. So I'm going to put up the paper, fletch that arrow up, and we're going to shoot it through paper, and we'll see if my results are the same as Matt's. Matt's whole thing is, as soon as you fletch them up, you're getting shelf contact. I totally get that, I totally understand it, so trying to learn. I'm going to shoot, see if I notice anything different, these arrows are as good as they're going to get, in my opinion, without messing with the bow at all. And I don't have them braced exactly where I want them. So I know with the RER, I could snip off one of the string silencers, and I'd probably bring that tail right in. So that's showing a slightly stiff arrow. As soon as I take a string silencer off there, or two of them, it's going to speed up that bow and hopefully make that arrow act weaker. So little things like that you can do in tuning. I'm no expert. I know what works for me. I can get them pretty dang close. Matt, Mark, those guys will vouch for me. They see my arrow flight. So yeah, I'm excited to shoot through paper. I've never done it. What I'm going to do first, guys, is shoot the bear shaft through the paper at roughly 5 feet. So I'm going to step back a little bit. Might have to crouch a little bit. I'm just kind of rigging this up, but you can see it already shows that knock right tear. As Matt would say, a nasty high right tear. Shoot another one. Same thing. So that's out of the Bushman. I'll take 2 out of the RER. Ooh. So the one thing is I did tune it for the RER. I only took 2 or 3 shots with that Bushman, so maybe those shots I needed to take more time. Here's the second shot with the RER. So it's definitely not nearly as bad. You can see that. Shoot one more with the RER, and like I said, this was the bow I was tuning this arrow to, not the Bushman, so I probably shouldn't even done that, but here we go, last one. And there it showed up, still right. Okay, so normally, guys, I would be done tuning this bear shaft. I'd have fletched it up and I would have shot it, and I probably wouldn't have seen any tears. So this is where it's going to get interesting. I'm going to fletch it up, shoot it through the paper. My whole thing with the paper tuning, and a lot of guys do it, but I don't believe my arrow is out of paradox. So if that arrow is still in paradox, you're going to have a tear. With some, and maybe some you won't. But there's no way my arrow is out of paradox here. And in some of the videos I watch, guys paper tuning, that arrow is not out of paradox when they slow it down, but they still see consistent results, so it works for them. In other words, is what we're trying to say is there's lots of ways to tune, but it's kind of fun to tinker. So I'm going to put the feathers on here and see if that changes my paper tune results at all. Just to give you guys a better look at it, those were the first 2 shots with the RER. That was my last. And these 2 were with the Bushman, but I didn't really tune the arrow to that bow yet. So that's what the second half dozen of arrows are for. I'm going to do that after this video. So I think I'm going to run the Gateway 2-inch feathers again. So that's what I'm going to tune to, but I do have 3-inch. I might mess with those as well, but this G1 glue from Gateway is awesome stuff, guys. Quick. It's on there for 2-3 seconds and good to go. So. Alright guys, got the arrow fletched up. We're going to shoot it through and see how bad my tear is. Still pretty nasty. Sorry, second shot I shot right through the same hole, so. Do a third. Bullet hole. Do a fourth. High right tear. Do a fifth. Shot through the same hole with a bullet. Try a sixth. Right tear. Seventh. Right tear. So, obviously putting the fletching on didn't help me any. I have a few bullet holes, but this is my thing, and I said it on the podcast. I don't feel that I'm good enough to paper tune. I pluck a little bit. Not every shot's the same, but the majority of them are right tear. So now all I can do is either cut that area down a little bit or start tuning the bow. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go yet, so I'm going to gather my thoughts, try to put together a plan to make these tears better, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I had that high right tear. I don't want to shorten my arrow. If anything, I'd want to make it longer to make it weaker. But like I said, it's hitting right where I want to, so I don't want to change the length of the shaft. So all I'm going to do is, since it's getting a high knock right, I'm going to bring my knock point down a little bit and see if that changes my results. That's pretty good. 2 bullet holes. We'll try one more. That one wasn't quite as good. Just a slight tear. Try one more. I think I got it. There it is, another bullet. Let me take this off. So all I did was move that knock down maybe 1/8 of an inch. And that, my friends, there's the one that's a little knock right. Bullet hole, bullet hole. No, that one's a knock right. So that's pretty dang good. In conclusion, we pretty much had the same result. Exact same results, only Matt fine tunes his a little more. I bumped my knock down just 1/8 of an inch and it's spot on. So bare shaft tuning, paper tuning, it's up to you, man.
I think I said it was Wednesday, but it's actually Thursday. I said it's Wednesday because it feels like a day off for me, because I spent the afternoon fixing a furnace problem. I didn't fix it. Guys that know what they were doing fixed it. A guy that knew what he was doing fixed it. So, this is just the walk from my house to Game Lands. I take it at least once or twice a week. I come to the edge and go down over. So I'm not actually going down over, I just want to take a walk with the gimbal. Haven't really been able to play with it that much. I have that G Master 24-70 lens that I really like. It's probably my favorite lens, but it is almost borderline too heavy for running this gimbal, so I'm going to probably be vlogging with this rocking on. It's a little 14mm 2.8 manual lens, so I just have to get the settings down as far as where I need to be with the focus and where I need to be with the, that's about it. The main thing's the focus. Oh yeah, let me show you my bow here. That's the old RER. Got them all fletched up. Should be fun. Extra arrows. Trail cameras. Broadheads, ready to go. I got a couple minutes here to myself. Lisa and Juliet are taking a bath. So I'm going to get online and do some scouting for turkey season. If you haven't used the OnX app before, it's actually a great little app on your phone, smartphone. This guy right here. Topographical map, satellite imagery. They have a hybrid map. It's part satellite, part topographical map, to where you can see the contour lines. The state game lands, the public land that I hunt, is bordered You can see where the private properties are. Being able to have that satellite imagery, it's nice because I can locate some private fields that I know are good food sources, that I know birds are going to land in and strut through, close enough to state game lands where it isn't going to hurt anything scouting those this upcoming week. So I've already identified 3 or 4 different areas that I want to be at sunup.